This is Adam Gorney from Rivals here with national recruiting analyst Clint Cosgrove after CJ Carr has committed to Notre Dame. Now, he is Lloyd Carr's grandson, so the writing seemed to be on the wall for Ann Arbor, but that isn't the case. Clint, tell us how this kind of broke down and why he picked the Irish.
Yeah, so you know what? It's funny. I've known CJ since he was a freshman, and obviously I've known the connections as everybody does. Everyone just, I think, assumed he was going to be a Michigan lock, and
Right.
I don't. I'm not saying that got to him, but I never, throughout his entire recruitment, thought that Michigan was the destination for him. I think he wanted to get away from home. I think he wanted to do his own thing, create his own legacy. And there was never a lot of pressure from the family for him to go to Michigan. So Notre Dame, although it's not across the country, it's about 2.5 hours from his house. Obviously, they've done a great job recruiting, and it's a great fit for him. And both socially and football wise.
Yeah, and I mean, there have definitely been those family connections that have led people to one school, but and we continue to talk about him, but Arch Manning isn't going to go to Tennessee or most likely not Ole Miss. So it's not always this situation where you must follow your grandfather or his dreams
Yeah.
or his coaching and stuff. And the relationship that he's developed, especially I think with Tommy Rees, was very important for him to pick Notre Dame here. What is Notre Dame getting as a player and sort of a leader on the field?
I mean, to me, CJ is he's the complete package. He has a presence around him, whether it be a camp setting, whether you see him around his teammates, like people, they come towards him. And when you have natural leadership ability just by the way you carry yourself, I think that says a lot. So he brings a ton from a leadership perspective. He's going to be the perfect face of a program. He is he's that guy. He looks like a quarterback. Just his relationship with Tommy Rees, I think they'll work very well together. He's got just so much football upside. He's very polished already, which almost scares you with quarterbacks sometimes because he's so young. Yet, like, how much better can he get? Because he's so mechanically sound. But there's so much to like about him. He's got a strong arm. He's got a quick release. He sees the field well. He understands the game. There's just, if I'm Notre Dame, I'm pretty darn happy right now because he's also going to recruit his butt off for him too.
Right. Yeah. And in the 24 class, I think they sort of felt that Julian Sain ship was sailing to Georgia or Texas. It seemed like it was trending in that direction. But we get to 2023, and there is a five-star still on the board, very majorly involved in Dante Moore, who's also looking at LSU. We'll visit Texas A&M. We'll get a sense for that. But Notre Dame, since really the beginning, has been involved. Do you think that dissuades Carr over the next 2 years if Dante Moore ends up in South Bend, or do you think they could load up in 23 with Dante Moore and then keep Carr in that class to continue loading up at that position?
Yeah, this is like the first thing I thought of when I heard CJ committed to Notre Dame. I'm like, what does this mean? Does this mean that Dante Moore's not going there, or is CJ Carr not care? If I'm CJ and I know the way CJ is, he's not afraid of competition. So you can't have two quarterbacks on the field. But it would be interesting to see, if Dante Moore were to go to Notre Dame and I'm CJ Carr, maybe I do second guess. But at the same time, I believe he believes in himself, and he believes he can compete with anybody across the board. So would be very interesting though. Just as a coach's kind of family kid, he also understands maybe he doesn't want to play right away. Maybe he could learn and play under Dante Moore, and then maybe kind of have that JJ McCarthy role that he's had at Michigan in the past year.
Absolutely. Again, CJ Carr, 2024 four-star quarterback, commits to Notre Dame. I'm Adam Gorney. That is Clint Cosgrove.